Okay, well, it is Monday. This is the first weekday of National Moth Week. This weekend I didn't really get a chance to do much mothing because I was out of town. So I've got my little mobile set up here again. So I've got my battery pack, I've got my blacklight sheet hung up on the car. So let me back up so you can see how I've got the whole setup going here. So all in all, pretty DIY setup. I also made up a moth bait out of some overripe bananas, some dark rum, some molasses, and brown sugar. Yeah, that's everything that was in it. The recipes online call for a beer as well, but I didn't have any beer. So I've painted, I thought I painted this one. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. There it is. So I've just painted a line here basically. So as I'm walking this fence line, I've got every vertical fence post here painted up. And this one's already attracting flies. So that's a good sign that tonight it'll attract some moths. Already got a roach there. So yeah, this is some good potent stuff. It smelled pretty horrible. So I think I've got 20 or 30 fence posts along this roadway painted. And then whenever you go across the road, let's see, where did I start? I think it was all the way up here. So yeah, I've got all these painted up. And this over here is a native prairie restoration area. So it's got a lot of really cool plants in there that, you know, it's got really good diversity. So I would assume that it should have good moth diversity as well. So I painted all of these down to right there, and then I went across the way and I actually just dripped some onto the leaves of these plants. So I've got a little bit there on that. I've got some on this Joe Pye weed. I think I went a little further down before I marked anything else. Let's see, I didn't want to have to cross the little stream there at night, so I didn't do anything here. Let's see. I know I got some of this redbud, so I got some of the leaves of it with it. Little on this grape. And I think that was it until I came over here. So I've got a nice little transect that I can walk. So as I'm checking the sheet in between, you know, downtimes, I can walk through here and see what's been attracted to the bait. I did the entire back of this sign. You know, we'll see how it works. And then that was all that I've done. I still have about a half a jar full of bait, so hopefully this works out well. All right, well, I've got about an hour until sunset, so I'll see you all here in a minute. All right, so the light's only been on, well, it's only been dark for about 30 minutes now. And down here we've got looks like a polyphemus moth, which is awesome. This is, I feel like, early in the night for these guys. There he is. You can kind of get a better view of him. Wait for him to settle down a little bit. But yeah, we're already starting to get quite a bit showing up. But I'm gonna try to let this polyphemus moth settle down a little bit, and I'm gonna go check on the bait, the sugaring solution. So we got a car parked down here at the end of this road, which who knows what the hell they're up to. I hope they're not shooting up or something. But I'm probably freaking them out as much as they're freaking me out. Okay, first little bit on the metal. I don't see anything. Alright. Let's go to the first fence post. What have we got here? Roaches and ants. Let's see in a little bit. Just roaches and ants. Oh, check this out, you guys. It's a cicada. This is not one of the 17-year cicadas. This isn't brood 10. This is one of the annual cicadas. So these come out every year. This is probably one of the Neotibicin species. But yeah, we'll check back in on him in a minute. Or her. Okay, nothing on that one. Alright, we got a moth here. And I'm not sure. I'm not even going to try to guess species on these guys. I really have to take my time, and I go through a couple of different guides that I have for moths, and then I use iNaturalist to help me identify as much as possible. Got little pill bugs here. Nothing on that one. Got another moth there, and looks like a eastern parson spider. Didn't know they ate fruit, but okay. Alright, let's see here. More roaches. See some moths flying around my light here. I mean, this really isn't that bad considering it's really only been dark for about 30 minutes, so. Is that my last? Oh, no, I still got more painted. Bunch of those roaches. Oh, here we go. There's a lichen moth. Very cool. Oh. Sorry, I missed that one. I'll have to come back and hopefully it's still there. Here we go. Got here. Nothing up here. I think that is my last one on this line. Okay, let's go check on the vegetation ones. Oh. Alright, so that's worked. So got a guy right there. Got another one right up there. Look at this tiny moth. That's probably one of the leaf miners. So the caterpillars of these guys are so small that they actually feed in between the two layers of leaves. Pretty cool. I'm like a little concerned that whoever's in that car is going to come down here and scare the crap out of me in a minute. Okay, was this? Yeah. This is the one I painted on. Yep, got another moth right there. Got a click beetle. Very cool. Oh, I missed a grape leaf. I knew I had a grape leaf back there too. Yeah, this sugar bait works actually phenomenally well, really. I can already see a little wing sticking up. Here, got a little guy there, back here, very cool. All right. Oh, let's run and go check on that cicada one last time before I shut down this video. Ooh, I think the car left too. Ooh. Very cool. Alright, y'all. I think it's a Polyphemus moth. I think there's another one that looks really, really close to this. But either way, check out how awesome that thing is. This is a good sized moth. I mean, there's my hand by comparison. So it's a good 3.5, 4-inch wingspan. Really cool moth. So I'm really happy to see one of those so early in the night. Most of the time, for me anyway, this size, the larger moths like this, I think they're Saturnid moths, they don't show up till late, so cool find. Alright, looks like the cicada is most of the way out. They're going to hang like this for a little while, and eventually he'll probably crawl out, and I would assume he's probably going to end up on this fence to harden up for the night. But I'll keep checking back on him, and we'll see what he looks like in a little bit. Alright, looks like he's all the way out, and he is starting to harden up. Look at those beautiful colors on the wings before they harden up. It's like the most emerald greeny blue. It's really cool. Alright, y'all, so this is the 11 o'clock check. So it's been going for basically 2 hours now. So we've still got the Polyphemus moth. We've got, I think this is called a small-eyed sphinx moth, small-eyed sphinx. This is a black wave flannel moth. The caterpillars, these guys can put a burning on you pretty bad if you brush up against them. Tons of these little fellers all over the place. It's I think it's called a Hebrew moth, because I guess the pattern's supposed to look like Hebrew writing. This is a beautiful wood nymph, so it's a bird poop mimic. Let's see what else is around here. We've got another sphinx moth of some sort. That's a grapevine leaf roller moth, I believe is what that's called. Let's see what else is around. Oh, here we go. Very cool. Eastern Hercules beetle. This is the largest beetle in eastern North America. Might be the largest one in North America. This is a female. The males get a little bit bigger. Give you a size reference here. It's my finger, so it's about almost 2 inches probably. And the males have pretty nice horns on them. Maybe one will show up a little bit later tonight. Okay. Clement moth, some more tiger moths, more little brown jobs. All right, let's go check the bait stations one more time real quick. So I've been walking out in these fields tonight, just seeing what's been nectaring on some of the flowers itself. And I've got a couple of new species out there that aren't necessarily attracted to the lights or my bait, but they're coming to the flowers out there. I forgot that I had actually done these earlier. So this one's covered in ants. I usually find that once you get like this amount of ants, the moths kind of stop showing up, because I don't think they like being harassed by the ants. Okay, don't see anything else there. Let's continue on. Yeah, I don't think the moths like this smooth surface of this. For whatever reason, I've not really had a lot of takers showing up there. Alright, got a couple of moths here on this one, a few roaches. And there's see, okay, here we go again. Covered in ants, but no real moths around. So another thing that kind of leads some credence to my theories there. A little moth there. Oh, another guy down there. More moth. Another moth up there. So yeah, the sugaring has been really productive. Still nothing terribly exciting, just, you know, a lot of these, but it's still young. It's just now 11. So we'll see what pops up. I'll probably call it quits around midnight. I get tired. I'm an old man. More moss here. Yeah, I know some people stay out all night long, but I just can't do that. But the good thing about this sugar bait too is it's not going to rain tonight. Excuse me. It's not going to rain tonight, or anytime in the near future actually. So tomorrow during the day I can come over here, and there'll probably be a lot of probably wasps and things, honestly, that'll be feeding on this. Maybe some beetles. So some other cool species to find during the daytime too. Butterflies. Man, I'd really like to get a male eastern Hercules beetle. That'd be really cool. There's some dart moths. Not sure what that guy is. Some harvestmen. Yeah, really like almost every single one of these bait stations has got some activity on it, so I'm real happy about that. Okay, here's that lichen moth again. I'm not going to shine my light directly on it because last time he flew off when I did that. Let's see if he does it. No, he's cool this time. Alright. That was the last one there. Let's go check the vegetation side. Not really too hopeful of anything cool being over here, but you never know. And this actually looks like it's pretty active. Same kind of stuff. I don't think it's anything new, but that's fine. There. Okay, same basic stuff here. Yep. Nothing new showing up. Alright, well, we'll check back right before I leave. I'll just do one more check-in.